Welcome to another Rust live coding stream. Today again we'll improve tmpshare, the little crate to share files for a short amount of time. Okay, so what are we going to do today? I think I'll be streaming for about an hour. First thing I'm not really prepared for is I want to implement an iterator for our metadata. And then use this in the new cleanup method. Yeah, let's take a look at how to implement an iterator. Shouldn't be too hard. So it's a trait. We define a type. There's an example. Okay, no example for implementing one. Rust by example iterator. Okay, so let's just take a look at the code we have. Currently we have the list command, which just iterates over the glob of entries. And I think we'll just start in, want to have it in storage. And we want a new public function. Let's start with calling it list. And it should return an iterator of type Let's try this. And if it's an error, we'll return none. And yeah, this should be unwrapped, and for this we'll do a map entry. Rust filter sum. We only want to keep the ones that are okay. Okay, yeah, so we should be able to do filter map. Nope. Let's try the map first. Okay, so my plan here is to let the type checker, the compiler, help me. We'll do an example. Let's try this. Let's just run the example, and if the types don't match, this will help us. Okay, first we have to import glob in our lib. And in storage, yeah, sure. This is just the read method. Still 3. Okay, so map returns a map. Yeah. We should be able to filter. Let's just try this filter. Yeah, this returns a filter. And I hope filter has an into iter. Let's try it. There's probably a nicer way to do this. Okay, so we expected an iterator. Okay, let's not return an iterator. Let's just return a vector, a vec of metadata. We'll filter and we'll collect. We have to unwrap. Okay, so in line 167, we expected a result, but found an enum. Oh yeah, it's an okay, not a result. Let's see if this works. It does. Then let's add to do. And now list. Yeah, it works. Yay. Okay, so how can we improve on this? This match shouldn't be necessary. All those entries can be just an E, and I think this should filter all the errors out. Then we'll map. No, let's try this again. Let's then commit it and then improve on it. Lists all the metadata. No. Let's format. Yeah, already looks nicer. And let's add source lib and source storage. Also in tmpshare, let's make use of it. And let's try the list command. Oh, this isn't the entry, this is meta. Yeah, so yeah, cool. It works. Glob isn't needed here anymore. Let's remove our list example and see what the formatter changed in CLI. Okay, that's okay. I don't care. And we want to, yeah, we move the list command to tmpshare storage. Okay, now let's improve it a bit. First, we want only the OKs. Then we do want to match these. So there is OK method. Is there a sum? No, there's no sum. Perhaps OK also works. In 162, OK. And now it's a result again. That's weird. What does OK return? Weird. Let's do filter entry is OK. I think we have to unwrap. That might be the problem here too. Yeah, we did the unwrap over here. No. It fails in line 162. Unwarp. Okay, that works. That's still not perfect, but yeah, it's okay. And we can still we could do this. Let's go back to this version. That's not the most beautiful version, but it's okay for now. Oh. I think I was messing up my commit messages. I used backticks like you do in Markdown, but seems like this didn't work. That sucks. Okay, because we know. Let's run the tests. We should really improve on the tests. There's just this little test over here. It pretty much just tests Surdy and us creating a meta.json. Okay, so in tmpshare, yeah, this looks good. That's okay for me. Oh yeah, also off stream I'll move the to-do items to GitHub issues. I think that's nicer than having a markdown file in the project. Yeah. Okay, let's start the cleanup method. So my idea is to have a flag that defaults to days, or could be no, weeks. No, let's just do days. For now, let's just add a single parameter. This should be an unsigned we won't need this. And let's call it maximum age of a file. So over here, we'll need tmpshare cleanup days. What don't you like about this? Oh yeah, it's not a space, it was a non-breaking space because I mistyped it. Okay, so let's copy this and no, let's do this proper in storage. Yeah, I moved this over because I don't know how the correct terms are, but binaries and libraries are distinct roots. So if I want to use a crate, or if I do an import of anything, I'll have to do it both in the binary and in my crate. And we had to move the glob import from the tmpshare binary to our library, and to save us from this, I just wanted to have it in storage in the first place. Because we'll import chrono for this. And I think in storage we already have chrono. Yeah, there it is. So here we are. Let duration be duration from days. And I don't know yet how to compare. No, let's do it different. We'll Rust chrono add duration. Okay, it's just the plus. And in here we'll do this. Let threshold be this minus duration. And now we should be able to compare it's let's see what UTC, damn it, let's see what UTC has, but I'm pretty sure there should be some comparison. Rust chrono compare dates. Let's just try it. So if meta create date is smaller than our threshold, then let's print it for now. Else keep it. Oh yeah. Undeclared type of this should work. No, it doesn't. I thought, okay. So how do you create a duration? It's not from, it's just days. let's cast this to I64. I want my interface to be I want my interface to be unsigned in tmpshare. Yeah, we should clean up days. Yeah, I want my interface to be unsigned so we can't go into the future. Cool. Okay, then let's move this one to the 6th. So we will keep it. Yeah. And to the 5th. And we'll delete it. So the next question is, how do we delete files in Rust? Remove file. It takes something that can be, yeah, it takes a path ref. That's cool. Then read metadata. Where's our get method in HTTP? Yeah, easy as that. So, let's try this. Remove file. This returns a result. No, let's fail if this doesn't work. This should work, and this should work. And also meta. Okay, it doesn't have a file name, but we can how do we get the meta? Okay, oh yeah. Let's move this to a function get metadata path hash string a result of this has to be a path buff and IO error. And get metadata path for hash. And this is okay of meta path as does path have an as path buff? To path buff. This should work. Oh yeah. I don't want to deal with this right now. So, and if it exists, we fs remove the meta path. And we don't want to remove this. That's meta hash that's ref no to stir aster. That's something I really can't remember. Never. Okay, so now let's clean up and nothing should happen. Yeah, keep foobar. Also, let's move this above the first remove. Nope. So if there's a problem, don't try to remove anything. Okay, now let's move this to March and clean up again. And it deleted the meta file and it deleted foobar. Cool. Then let's move this down here. Touch foobar again. Add it again. Then clean up again. Let's list them. Run cleanup. Did nothing. Cleanup. Deleted. Cool. Something I was thinking about. Let's first commit this. Okay, so cargo filmed. Okay, so one thing I was thinking about in okay, it doesn't work. In metadata, we have the create date and the last access date. My idea was to add an optional flag and have a flag that's called, I don't know, access, to switch the date we compare with from the create date to the access date. So we could let files that are accessed live longer than ones that aren't accessed. So if you have stuff that people use, people want to have, they stay alive longer. But I'm not sure how to. If a flag is the best idea, Perhaps somebody comes up with an idea and creates a pull request for this. Let's take a look at the to-dos cleanup method. To be honest, except for the failure crate stuff, we have everything I want to have for the 1.0. I think we have documentation for pretty much every public method. We have basic documentation for usage of our binary. Abstracting away CL arguments, yeah. HTTP, storage. This is the meat of the crate. Yeah, order. That's wrong. So I think we'll just release 1.0. Oh, let's first take a look at the Rust failure. The failure crate is becoming the canonical error handling crate. Most crates use it, I think. At the moment, we use I/O errors pretty much everywhere. It needs nightly. We already need nightly because of Rocket. In one of the last streams, I talked about desync 12. What do you mean with short IDs? Do you think our IDs are too long? So Gotham is another web framework, but in the current version, in the current version, they don't support serving files, which is pretty much all we need right now. Touch. Okay, so yeah, instead of the long hash in the URL, you want to have shorter hashes. At the moment, we do hash the file, the contents of the file. I was thinking about switching to UUIDs or anything else, because if you have the file and you hash it, you can guess the URLs, and you can, I don't know, prove that the person hosting tmpshare does have a copy of a file. So maybe instead of hashing the content, we should switch to using UUIDs in general. or something else. I don't want to have an auto increment, a sequence or anything. What kinds of UUIDs are there? Do you have an idea for shorter hashes for something different to use in the URL? Hash IDs. This is looking pretty cool. Thanks. Okay. But this just encrypts, encodes numbers. We could generate some random numbers. See if we already have those hashes so we don't have collisions. Um, yeah, this looks cool. Um, let's use it. Let's try it. Okay, so in our cargo toml, we'll use hash IDs version 1.0. In storage, hash file. Hash IDs. Um, How bad would it be if we had the salt compiled into the binary? Stuff would be guessable again. Yeah, but let's start with that. Okay. So well, and with IDs, we should be able to IDs and code path file name as bytes. And this let's take a look at the documentation. Ooh. Do we have to add additional dependencies? No. Do you have used did you use this in the recent time? Because it doesn't look like it still works. Let's try to run it. Let's try to build it first. Okay, not with Rust recently. Okay, the thing is, we could release 1.0 without this because the hashes are only generated when we add files. They are never used to they are never used to verify anything. Okay, tests pass. They're never used to verify anything. So if we deploy 1.0 and we add files, those URLs will always be correct, even if we change the hashing algorithm. That's really weird. Might there be a problem with nightly? DSINCL12, are you on GitHub too? Hello to Sweden. I'll add a tracking issue for this. Try to get hash IDs working for tmpshare storage hash file. Okay, so I have about 10 minutes left. This is a bit unfortunate, but for now I'll roll back those changes. We have the tracking issue. How do you tag here? Labels, this is an enhancement. So let's call this 1.0. No need for a screenshot, we have version control. Let's remove the to-do file and commit bump version. No. And let's cargo publish. I think the next stream will be about how to deploy tmpshare in a production environment, and we'll add a systemd service file and yeah, deploy it. And thanks. That's awesome. Would be really awesome if you made a pull request. Thanks. Yeah. So next time will be about how to use tmpshare in a production environment with systemd, with a cron job that removes files, and maybe implement the failure crate and see what to do more. And then unit tests. I think there's a bunch of stuff we can write unit tests for. Also, the code will improve when we write unit tests because we will declutter stuff. And then in the future, I think we'll add a new storage backend. At the moment, we only use the file system. I thought about using a SQLite database for the metadata, so we don't have to. Oh, it failed. We have to. No, we have to update nightly. Damn it. This will take longer than I wanted to be on stream, but okay, let's do it. So yeah, the idea was to have a SQLite database for the metadata. Maybe later have S3 as a storage backend for both metadata and the files themselves. We'll see. This, yeah, the main goal of this project is to learn stuff. Crates I want to see, I want to use are diesel, which is a RM. For sure, it's overkill for this usage. But it's pretty neat, and I want to try it. We'll do this in separate branches. Also, the db migrate crate is something I want to try. db migrate does migrations for you. So if your schema changes, you have this in your code, and you can do updates to the schema. Yeah, and we'll see where you go from there. Yeah, time to kill some time. Don't need that, don't need that. Yeah, the failure crate. Let's take a look at it again. Oh, okay, I misread that. I didn't read the first part of the sentence. um, they compile on stable Rust greater than 118. Currently, we're in on 125, so we're good here. Also, it's no standard compatible. We don't need that, but that's cool. Yeah, I really prefer to use Gotham once they have file downloads, file serving. There's a I'm following an issue where they talk about and implement sharing files, serving files. Sorry. I think once this this lands in the stable Gotham version, we'll switch to Gotham and then switch to stable Rust. Rocket is an awesome web framework, but for the things we do, we really don't need it. Perhaps we'll do a homepage for tmpshare, then we'll um, do it with Rocket, I guess. But the docs are good for now. So with failure we use failure's error type. Um, there's a annotation to convert our custom error types to failure error types. Um, yeah, I think this is cool if you need custom error types. This is something we we can explore in the future, but right now we don't really need it since yeah we just use the IO errors, which are absolutely fine because we handle um, files and reading files and serving files, so IO errors like not found and invalid data is stretching it a bit, but yeah, parsing. If you fail to parse, we return an invalid data error, but it's okay. Also, if we fail to open a file and if we fail to serialize, but yeah, come on, Rust. Okay, to be honest, um, this is taking a bit too long. I think I'll wrap it up here. Um, next things I'll do is publishing 1.0, both to Craze.io and to GitHub. And also convert our to-do items to issues in our repo. let's do this now. Use failure crate for error handling. Failure is becoming the de facto standard for error handling in Rust. We should know how to use it and use it in tmpshare. Add unit tests for oh yeah, collections. It would be nice if we could share a folder of files. Okay. Rust is still updating nightly now, but yeah, it'll take some more minutes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for helping, and I'll post to Twitter before I stream next time. Also, if you want to follow the stream, yeah, thanks a lot, and see you soon.